Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 29, 2025. Jamaica's first gender strategy and action plan for the justice sector has been unveiled. The plan provides a structural framework for the portfolio ministry, its departments and agencies to continue addressing gender inequalities and barriers to justice, particularly those faced by women, girls, persons with disabilities, and other disadvantaged groups. It is a key output of the social justice project being implemented by the ministry in partnership with United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, with funding from Global Affairs Canada.
So I want to thank, UNDP and Global Affairs Canada that have supported us financially and really given us this impetus and inspiration to move forward.
UNDP resident representative Dr. Kishan Kode says the plan aligns with the global body's goal of leaving no one behind.
It also supports, of course, Jamaica's national commitments, including the National Policy of Gender Equality, the National Strategic Action Plan to eliminate gender-based violence, of course, Vision 2030. And by integrating gender considerations into legislations, policies, programs, it also helps build public trust in justice institutions so that it's accessible for all.
The Gender Strategy and Action Plan was formally handed over to the Justice Minister during a ceremony held on Tuesday at the Courtly Hotel. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz is reassuring the public that government's rural school bus system will prioritize the safety of students. He says the buses are fit for purpose, having been fully retrofitted for safe student transport. This, the minister says, will hopefully help address worrying statistics on road fatalities, which reveal that 73 children lost their lives in road crashes between 2022 and 2025, including 12 deaths recorded so far this year.
Each loss represents not just a child's unfulfilled dreams, but a family's heartbreak and a community's grief. These sobering realities remind us why this program is not optional. It is essential and it is necessary.
Minister Vaz was speaking at Wednesday's blessing ceremony for the National Rural School Bus Program at Jamaica House. He stressed that parents should have greater peace of mind knowing that the vehicles have been equipped with tracking and other safety features.
We have tested all 122 routes and retrofitted for Jamaica's safety needs. Doors moved to the left side from the right side, and of course, all brand new tires replaced and full servicing completed. They are equipped with GPS tracking accessible to parents, speed limiters, onboard surveillance cameras, geofencing, and a cashless payment system.
Meanwhile, the Transport Minister is reiterating that special needs institutions are among those to benefit from the Rural School Bus Program. The minister says this is a strategic move aimed at advancing equity and inclusive access in the education sector.
This initiative is inclusive. 12 of these buses will serve 8 special needs schools in Phase 1, with another 2 to be added in Phase 2, with more schools for children with special needs to follow. This ensures that no child, regardless of ability or circumstance, is left behind.
Minister Vaz says plans remain on track for the official rollout of the Rural School Bus Program on Monday, September 8, when schools reopen for the 2025-2026 academic year.
This phase will benefit thousands of students from 258 schools island-wide, with 55 of the 122 routes being launched across all parishes, served by 60 of the first 110 buses. The remaining 40 buses will be introduced gradually between September and November.
The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, says significant updates have been made to the country's ambient air quality standards. This is aimed at better safeguarding human health and the environment from the harmful effects of air pollution. Manager for the Air Quality Management Branch at NEPA, Jodian Marston, explains that the updated regulations now include a new pollutant metric, PM 2.5. This represents microscopic particles that are 2.5 micrometers in diameter or smaller, which pose one of the most serious health risks due to their ability to penetrate deep into the lungs and enter the bloodstream.
The updated regulations also includes tighter limits for certain other criteria air pollutants such as PM10, that is particulate matter with a diameter of 10 micrometers or less, as well as sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, ozone, ground level ozone that is, and lead.
Ms. Marston was speaking at a JIS think tank. To support the new standards, she shares that NEPA has installed 11 PM 2.5 monitoring stations across the island, significantly expanding its national air quality monitoring network. This will help ensure compliance, inform policy decisions, and raise public awareness about the state of Jamaica's air quality. Ms. Marston says the changes better align Jamaica's air quality goals with benchmarks of the World Health Organization. Minister of Culture Olivia Grange has officially received the certificate of inscription confirming Port Royal as a World Heritage Site. The presentation was made this week by Eric Fault, Regional Director of the UNESCO Caribbean Cluster Office. Port Royal was formally added to the UNESCO World Heritage List on July 12 of this year, a designation that ensures international protection and support.
I'm very, very happy that we're finally completed the process. What is left now is for us to ensure that we maintain the heritage site, we maintain Port Royal, we further enhance what is there, and we have Port Royal as a site where visitors will come. I want to thank our partners, the UNESCO Caribbean Office, for assisting us.
UNESCO's Eric Fault says Port Royal's addition is a significant cultural milestone that may pave the way for Jamaica to gain more recognition.
There will be other traditions, other elements which are typically Jamaican, not necessarily known to the rest of the world, that will be inscribed with UNESCO's help and better known. And I believe truly that Port Royal and this inscription will make a difference.
And finally, as Jamaicans prepare to exercise their democratic right next week, employers are being reminded of their legal obligation to allow workers time off to vote. The Representation of the People Act, ROPA, provides that employees are entitled to up to 3 hours off to attend polling stations on election day. However, this 3-hour time slot is only permitted to employees working a standard 8-hour shift between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Director of Elections, Glasspool Brown, explains further.
If the person works on a shift and the shift starts at 10 a.m., that person is not entitled to the 3 hours. It is assumed that between 7 and 10, they would have taken advantage of going and casting their ballots prior to coming to work. If their shift ends at 2 p.m., the same thing applies in the sense that it is expected that you take the time between 2 and 5 to go and cast your ballot. So there will be no need for your employer to give you that 3 hours.
Mr. Brown is also reminding voters that polling stations across the country will be open between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m., but persons in line after the official closing time will still be allowed to vote. Electors are being encouraged to arrive at a time that is convenient for them to avoid unnecessary crowding. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.